Hello and welcome to another throwback recipe video. This one is for breakfast risotto. Breakfast risotto, I hear you say. I mean, I like a good fry up, so you got to try all the different things with it. I've done it with gnocchi before. Why not make it with risotto? Let me know what you think. Today's one pan meal. Anybody guess what it is yet? I've got some mushrooms, some rice, that might give it away, bacon bits, sausages, eggs, wine, and some stock. So that's the thing. Today I'm going to make risotto, breakfast risotto. So this is the first time I've made it. You can come along with me and try it out. So I've cut my mushrooms up into small chunks and I'm just using my scissors to cut through the sausages. I have lots of people giving me some good heads up last time I cooked some sausages, so I'm just cutting these because they're chipolatas, so I'm just cutting them into quarters, which should give us some nice size sausage pieces. Right, in. Get all of them in, and I know that looks like a lot, but remember, half of the sausages are going to be taken out and used later, because that's a lot to go in. So I've got my stock ready to go, a little bottle of Pinot, which is going to be weird cooking with it. I only need this much, so guess what's happening to the rest of it? Can I drink wine at lunchtime? What time is it? Might be past 2, we're fasting of course, when I get a chance to eat it, so maybe. What the aim is with making the risotto is to try and leave a bit of the fat and oils and whatever in the pan. I've not used any oil in it because my pan's quite good, so I don't need to do that for non-stick bits, but if there's any like little black bits in the bottom of the pan, that's absolutely fine, because the next step from this, we took a bit of garlic in and cook the rice through with all the bits, and then you pour your wine in and it kind of deglaze the pan with the wine and it starts to soak into the risotto a little bit. So all of those flavours will go into your rice, which is exactly what you want. You want all the flavour really, don't you? That's just enough for me. There's literally, I think because I'm using quite lean sausages and bacon, that there's not really any grease left in the pan at all, so I'm going to have to add a little bit of oil and just give it a little bit of a going over there, because I do have to put some garlic in. I don't want it burning. And drop a bit of that in there, just let it sizzle a bit. So I don't want it to burn, so I'll just get a little bit more oil in there with it. I love olive oil anyway because it tastes lovely. And now this is just a cup of the risotto rice, so I'm going to pop that in and give that, oh that smells good, and give that a bit of a going around. And by frying this around, you should be able to see when it starts going a bit translucent around the edges, because it's nice and white as normal, but when it starts getting heated up a little bit, then it goes a bit translucent around the edges. Wine for Mandy. Oh, sorry, it's a bad joke. So I think that's good. So let's get the wine in. Get that going through there. Nice little treat for me later. I love it when there's leftover wine. It hardly ever happens. So I'm just going to cook that for a bit until that's all soaked through nicely. So that rice is gone and all the wine's soaked into the rice nicely there. So what I'm going to do is go a quarter of a cup at a time of the stock, and I'm going to stir it in until it's all absorbed. And that's how you get your like sticky risotto rice. It's just need to give me stock a stir. Bring that a little bit closer in, and you just literally you put more in, wait till it's absorbed, put more in, wait till it's absorbed, and just literally work your way through until you've no stock left, and your rice should be nice and kind of sticky, fluffy. So there we go. So I'll just keep doing that until all of this stock has gone. So that has got all of the stock, that's what it's called, has now been soaked into the rice. I've had a bit of a cheeky taste and it's nice and al dente, not too mushy. I'm going to put all of the bacony, mushroomy, sausagey loveliness into the pan. And then once that's stirred in, because it just needs to still warm through a little bit with that, and I'm going to put some grated cheese. All of the good things going in this thing, I tell you. You know, it's a normal thing with risotto, isn't it, that you have parmesan? We haven't got any, so I'm gonna have to go with extra mature cheddar, which is that's good. And you can obviously put as much of that as you like in there. If you don't want cheese in there, I think it'll be absolutely fine without it. And as this is absolutely molten hot, I'm going to plate it up, and then I'm going to fry a couple of eggs in the same pan to go on the top afterwards. So that's all nice and warm. I just left it for 5 minutes or so there. So we'll start plating up. There we go. So just need to give the pan a very quick rinse, and then I'll be frying the eggs. Right, so I've just sprayed a little bit of oil in my pan that's now, well, it's cleaner than it was. So I'll just get these eggs fried up nicely. Just going to put the lid on and steam them off for a little bit so they're just not snotty, but we want to make sure we get a runny yolk with this lot. And yeah, let's see how that goes. So just one little thing, if you do want to steam your eggs and keep your yolks in, you just put a drop of water in the pan and it steams them through, and that's cooked the whites really, really fast. So now those yolks should be lovely and dippy to go on to the risotto there.
Oh, look at that. Oh.
I'm going to have to dig in a minute. Get a bit of egg. Oh, that's good.
Is it?
Mm.
I need to try mine now, because this is the first time, folks, I've ever had this.
John has never had risotto, never mind.
So I'm going to get my eggs. Oh, yes. Oh.
Look at that. Look at the free range beauties as well. The
Oh,
colour
yeah.
of them yolks.
That's really nice.
Is it? You like that?
I do, actually. I like the creaminess of the rice and everything.
Mm. Well, what do you reckon? I want to make it right now. I keep forgetting how nice it is. That it just changes the flavour entirely by having it with rice and the risotto, and I think the cooking method just makes everything fall to pieces as well. It was one of my favourite little things. I don't get a chance to do so much now with us having the separate vans, and we do eat separately most of the time, but I think even I could convince John to have a little stodge, especially now it's getting colder, with some breakfast risotto. So thank you very much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, like and subscribe. You never know what you're going to get. I never know what I'm going to give. So it's a surprise for everybody. Take care, guys, and I'll catch you on the next video.